It was October of 1955. A gentleman by the name of William Rowe was in the wilderness of Alberta, Canada, when he saw an animal that he initially believed to be a grizzly bear, until he saw the creature stand up on two legs and start walking around. Rowe estimated that the figure was 6 feet tall standing up, 3 feet across, and weighed about 300 pounds. Initially, he thought that the figure was just a large man. Those proportions are far from impossible for a human to possess. As the figure came more into view, Rowe saw that it was covered in dark brown hair with silver tips at the end. He also saw that the creature's chest indicated that it was a female. This intrigued Rowe, because despite clearly being a female specimen, she was extremely muscular with arms that were bigger than any man's and reached down to her knees. He added that the creature's neck was simultaneously shorter and thicker than the neck of any human being that he had ever seen. Seeing this mysterious entity caused Rowe to wonder if a movie was being filmed in the area, and that what he was seeing was an actor in a monster costume. But the longer he observed the animal, the clearer it became that what he was seeing couldn't be faked by a guy in a suit. He also later learned that there was no film production company in the area at the time. He pointed his rifle at the creature, but decided to not fire because he felt that the creature was too human for him to kill, which is something that a lot of eyewitnesses that were armed at the time have mentioned in their Bigfoot reports. Rowe also indicated that he was already familiar with Native American stories of giant hairy men, and during his encounter wondered if the creature he was looking at was a Sasquatch. Now, while Bigfoot sightings are rare and intriguing, they're still far from unheard of. So what makes William Rowe's encounter so significant? Well, about 2 years after seeing the creature, Rowe actually filed a sworn affidavit wherein he recounted what he had experienced. In case you don't know, a sworn affidavit is a written statement that's made under oath. Now, that isn't to say that no one has ever lied while under oath, but sworn affidavits attesting to the veracity of a Bigfoot encounter, they're not exactly a dime a dozen. The Rowe encounter's other claim to fame is the belief held by some, both skeptics and believers, that the famous Patty film was faked and inspired by the details of the Rowe encounter. Now, there are some parallels, the largest of those parallels being that both Patty and the specimen that Rowe saw were visibly female, but I don't think that indicates the Patty film being a hoax as much as it indicates that female Sasquatches look like other female Sasquatches. When it comes to evaluating the Patty film, what matters to me far more than any of the biographical information about the life of Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin is what's actually in the film itself. There are so many details of the creature's body and movement that simply cannot have been faked that, in my eyes, the similarities increase the credibility of the Rowe story as opposed to them diminishing the credibility of the Patterson-Gimlin film. So, what do you think? Did William Rowe really see a Bigfoot that day? Let me know in the comment section below.